Yo, what's good? Freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom marchers. What is good? What is good? It's your boy Snapzilla Gorilla, aka the definition. Holy shit, what the fuck? Hold on now. There we go. Coming at y'all with a quick live stream. I really want to discuss this because, wow. Shit's kind of wild, right? Shit's kind of wild, but I don't know. It just, people have certain expectations with this YouTube shit, or with putting themselves out there in public for public consumption in general. And it made me want to discuss it in the live stream, right? So, if you have a YouTube channel, all right, this is the only YouTube advice I'm going to give, because, you know, I really can't give any beyond that, because I've been stuck at what? I've been stuck at around 2,000 subscribers for 3-4 years, so I can't really give any advice beyond that. But I will say this though: if you operate and own a YouTube channel, but you're sensitive, maybe YouTube is not the thing for you. All right, YouTube might not be the move for you, because there are going to be a lot of people, right? Especially if you blow up. The more subscribers you gain, the more views you get, the more supporters and subscribers you get, the more trolls, the more criticism, the more unsolicited advice, the more ad hominem attacks, the more bullshit you're going to get. And if you're thin-skinned and sensitive than a motherfucker, then you're going to allow these people to take you off your square. You're going to destroy relationships. You're going to destroy your potential in these YouTube streets. Now, I will give some examples, but I'm not going to say no names, because that's not what this is about. This is not about calling people out for being sensitive. I'm just going to use examples that I've seen throughout my YouTube career, being a subscriber, okay? My YouTube subscriber career. What I've seen happen that made people lose any potential for growth they had, right? So, one example I'll give is, there's a young lady, and please hit that like button, y'all, or hit the downvote button, either one. There is a young lady that has a YouTube channel, and she has HIV. All right, she has HIV, and she started her channel off talking about living with HIV. And when I stumbled across her channel, and I started watching her live streams and her videos, and I felt like, man, this is an awesome chick. Like, she's living with this, and she has such a positive attitude and a positive outlook about it. And she's bringing light to a situation and trying to help other people understand that being reckless with your private parts could land you in this situation. I was like, so cool, that's what's up. I was rolling with it. But one live stream, she ended up in the hospital. All right? She ended up in the hospital for what she says was not related to her HIV. But she has other medical illness. She has other ailments. She has a number of illnesses that plague her. And for one of those illnesses, she was experiencing some type of like vertigo, nausea, headaches, all this type of shit, right? So when she talked to her infectious disease doctor, he told her to go to the hospital. And they didn't know what the fuck was going on. So eventually, she looked up the side effects for one of the medications she was taking. She was taking some type of medication. And she found out by researching that medication that it was probably making her feel horrible, right? So she was talking about, you know what? I'm going to pull away from Western medicine. I'm going to stop taking these meds. I'm going to start looking into my diet, looking into doing energy work to reduce the inflammation and all this other shit, right? Trying to be naturopathic. So she wanted, not for her HIV, she still was going to continue her HIV medication, but for everything else, she was going to try to withdraw from taking that stuff. So what are people naturally going to do? They're going to ask questions like, oh, what's your diet like? You know, have you tried this? Have you tried that? There's this herb. There's that herb. You should try this. Did you try walking? Did you do this? Did you do that? So naturally, people are going to come to you with unsolicited advice, right? They're going to come to her with unsolicited advice. Well, she gets upset about it. She gets upset because people are offering her unsolicited advice. And even myself, I made a comment. I wrote in the comment section. All I said was, what are you eating? What's your eating lifestyle? That's all I said. But she came under my comment and said, oh, I got it covered. I got everything covered. I don't need your unsolicited medical advice, all this, that, and the third, right? But the best way y'all can help me is not by giving me unsolicited advice. It's by sending me a Cash App. Don't help me with medical advice. Help me by sending me some money. So I was like, all right, man, whatever, right? Whatever. So then she does a whole video talking about that. Like, she does a whole live stream basically saying that she's going to start blocking people that give her advice and all this other type of shit, and unsolicited advice and all this, that, and the third. She don't want to hear it. She only want to hear what she want to hear. If you ain't talking to me about this, then I don't want you coming in here and all this, that, and the third, right? I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? Like this, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's sensitive, right? She's sensitive because I don't know why. People are sensitive for their own fucking reasons, but she basically don't want nothing from anybody except for to kiss her ass and give her money. But I don't understand how it's offensive to give people advice, unsolicited or otherwise. You're on YouTube. You're a public figure, right? And then she will get upset. She's done multiple live streams from a hospital in the emergency room or in the hospital bed because she's feeling horrible about this or feeling horrible about that. And if people ask her, oh, is it HIV related for the reason she's in the hospital, she gets upset about that. She don't want to hear you talking about her HIV. Oh, I'm not in here for HIV. How come people assume because I talk about HIV on my that hospital, it's because of HIV? Huh? You just answered your fucking question. And look, I'm not trying to be insensitive about this, and you know she has HIV. I'm not being insensitive about it, but it's unrealistic. It's an unrealistic expectation that to expect everybody that comes to your channel to only talk about what you want them to talk about, right? Like, y'all come into my comment section, y'all come into my live streams, y'all talk all kind of shit. I'll let y'all rock. I'm not sensitive about what the fuck y'all saying. Now, will I rebut or argue against you if you say some silly, stupid shit? Am I gonna point it out and speak out against it? Fuck yeah, I am. But I'm not going to be so sensitive and thin-skinned as to start blocking people and not allowing them to speak their mind because I don't have, like, if that's how you feel and you have a YouTube channel, you should not be doing fucking YouTube, right? You should not be doing YouTube. If you're so damn sensitive as to be so restrictive in the manner of speech that you want people to come at you with. You know, and I know everybody's not like me. Not everybody is so into free speech as I am. They feel like, oh, if it's my YouTube channel is not the United States of America. It's not a, you know, but my decision for allowing such free speech on my channel has nothing to do with being American or not. It's about my own principles and about me not believing in censorship. And I'm not saying that censoring shit or having some level of censorship or anything like that makes you sensitive. But to the degree to which you do this shit really speaks volumes, right? I know people that block people every day and still have a good amount of traction, still have a good amount of followers. But it's not because they're sensitive. It's because they feel like that people are trolling. If they feel like people are trolling, they'll get them out of there. But that's just on them, right? But if you're so sensitive as to, right, want to block people that aren't even being trolls, they're just giving you advice. They're just trying to understand your condition. You know, they know you have HIV, so when you're in a hospital, naturally they're going to ask the question of, oh, is it HIV related? Is it acting up? Is it this, that, and the third? They're not just, like, why would they assume anything else? Your channel is about HIV and living with HIV. So why would you expect people not to, you know, discuss that or have questions about it? Right? So that's one example. And what I did notice is that since she started doing that, and especially, so she ended up saying, oh, I'm not going to be discussing my HIV like that no more. I'm not going to be discussing my HIV. This is not going to be a channel about HIV anymore. It's going to be about me healing. Which is, you know, that's fine. You can do what you want on your own channel. But, I mean, you did start your channel, and your channel did gain traction based on you discussing your HIV and you saying that you want to bring away HIV, and just to the fact that it's still out there, that you have to be careful with all these partners you have and all this, that, and the third. But now, because people are asking you about HIV and when you're in the hospital, you don't want to talk about it no more? Or because people are giving you unsolicited advice, you want to just completely change the direction of your channel and talk about what? I mean, that's why people were drawn to your channel in the first place. But like I said, you do what you want. But I noticed that ever since then, she has not been getting as many views or watch time as she was once getting. And it's unfortunate because, you know, I do know that she mentioned that one of the conditions she has gives her mood swings. And she's been trying to regulate that with that medication. And that medication was giving her problems. So I understand she's going through shit. But, you know, at some point you have to understand that if you're too goddamn sensitive, whether it's due to a chemical imbalance, hormonal imbalance, or that's just naturally the type of person you are, you're just real sensitive, and when people say shit about you or all that, you want to start being so goddamn restrictive about who can say what on your channel when they're not even being trolls, they're not even being disrespectful, then maybe you should step away from doing that, because that might not be what's for you. Especially because she's trying to use YouTube for income. Unlike myself, I'm not trying to use YouTube for income. Like, this YouTube channel is not monetized, and never was, and it never will be. And so I'm not on YouTube to make money. She is. She's on YouTube to make money. She said that herself. So if that's the route you're going to go, well, you have to be a lot more strategic about how you operate your YouTube channel. You don't want to operate it from a sensitive place to where you're going to drive people away from your channel, right? If people are coming to your channel and they started watching your channel because of the HIV thing, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I fuck that, I'm not talking about HIV no more, don't talk to me about that, they're gonna be like, well, fuck this then, I'm out of here. But you want to make money on YouTube. And that's just one example. I know it's a long ass example, but I think it was a perfect, great example, because YouTube is not for everybody, especially trying to make money. If you're trying to make money at YouTube, you can't be so goddamn sensitive. And then there's another individual. This person is a dude who commentates on sports, right? He's a sports commentator on YouTube, right? And you know, when you make so many goddamn videos and do so much shit, you know, you say a lot of things, and what you say one day may not match what you say another day. You may say some shit that's very contradictory. You know what I'm saying? You might feel one day one time and feel a different way another time. But here's the thing though. You put it out there for everybody to consume. You made videos, you put it out in the public square. When you put your opinion, your stances, and your positions out there in the public forum, you're opening yourself up to scrutiny, to having your words used against you, to being used in videos, to, you know, to have your name put in videos, all this type of shit. Especially if you're a YouTuber who goes at celebrities and entertainers and athletes. Because guess what? They're human just like you. So this one individual said some silly shit. And when somebody made a video about him saying that silly shit, he got highly upset. But the individual that did say those things about him were not talking about him personally. They were talking about his stance and his position and the words that he used, not him personally. But the dude took it personal. Right? And decided to, you know, basically come at the other individual personally with some personal shit. Basically, you know, and yeah, this dude, that's what he did. And then guess what? Another individual played a video of his on his YouTube channel and used his words against him. Right? Used his words against him. And the dude got upset at him. Now, these two individuals had a relationship outside of YouTube. They had each other's phone numbers. They could text each other. They called each other. They had a ostensibly a friendship outside of YouTube. But all this dude did was play his words on YouTube. A video that the dude had already put out. A video that's already out on his channel. And so he got upset, right? And he basically ended up damn near ruining the relationship he had with this dude because he was being so goddamn sensitive. Right? Being so damn sensitive. And look, the bottom line is you lost a lot of support. Lost a lot of support because you're so goddamn sensitive. And this is the thing. Can y'all hear me? So I'm not beefing it with anybody. All right. I'm just talking about because yeah. Here's the bottom line, man. If you are a public figure, there's no reasonable expectation. People aren't going to videos, play your videos in their live streams, videos about some shit you said, give you unsolicited advice. People are going to talk shit. 1111 was good. 22 Roman, Dead Mike was. People gonna talk shit. People gonna give you unsolicited advice. People gonna use your videos. They're gonna play your videos. They're gonna make videos about you. And you might have relationships with some of these people. But if they keep it about the subject and about and you call them your friends and your bros and all that, you should not be so goddamn sensitive as to ruin that relationship. If you have an issue with what that dude is doing, if you have an issue with someone giving you unsolicited advice about your health issues, if you have a problem, what's up, Shaquilla? Shaquilla's in the building, Kamirin. Look, I've been on YouTube since what, 2019. And, I've had all kind of comments. Listen, y'all who's been rolling with me for a minute know that people came at me real hard. You understand? One YouTuber, the Amazing Lucas, he calls himself, but he's really a clown shoe Lucas. He threatened my children. Yeah, simply because of because I said something about politics. It's specifically about January 6th. So with the January 6th situation, my position was that these people that were marching on, that went into that building, they basically own the building. And they have a right to redress grievances, as it states in the Constitution. So this whole thing about the January 6th bullshit where people were going in there and all this, that, and the third, well, it's their building. It's my building. I pay for it with my fucking extortion money. We own that shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we marched on the Capitol. If we want to go in there and ask our employees, hey, what you got going on today? Yo, what's up, man? You going some bullshit. You my fucking employee. You the senators, the Democrats, the senators, the Congress people, y'all are my motherfucking employees. I pay for y'all. The police, I pay for you too. You're my employee. That building that y'all sit up in, the Capitol building, we own that. And we have a right to redress grievances to the Congress and to the senators. We have that right. So we want to go in there and say, hey, we don't like how this election played out. Now, y'all know how I feel about elections and voting. I'm just speaking in general terms from the point of view of a statist who felt like they were being bamboozled, right? They wanted to go in there and say what the fuck was going on. And on the other side, yeah, you did have people that were climbing through windows and shit. The bottom line is, I said that he said basically he agreed or some shit, and he got upset. And he said, because I do live streams all the time. I was doing live streams. I was doing rucking lives in LA when I was still living in LA at the Culver City Overlook. And he said, oh, I know where you do your live stream, because he's from LA too. So clearly he's been shadow watching me. A lot of people do that, right? They shadow watch. They're not going to comment. They're not going to make their presence known, but they're watching you. So clearly he had been watching me do live streams and said, I know where you do your live streams at. And sometimes I have my kids in the van, or I'll take my kids with me rucking. And so he said, yo, I'm gonna come where you do your lives at, and I'm gonna smack your children and all this that there. I said, all right, motherfucker, come on in. I didn't whine and boo-hoo. And we was cool. We were getting ready. We were talking about doing doing content together. Because it seemed like he was going in the right direction away from statism. But that's not what really happened. The bottom line is he got sensitive because I challenged what he was saying about January 6th. And so he decided to threaten my children. So from that point on, every time I did a live stream at these places, he knows where I'm at. I told his ass beforehand, I would do a video before I go do my rucking. I say, hey, I'm about to go up to this place. I'd give the goddamn location. I say, come on up. I did that for a year and a half. I said, come on, see about me then. Come on, see about me. He never showed up. I knew he wouldn't show up, but I was always prepared for him to show up. The bottom line is he got sensitive, and a lot of people saw him show his ass. People don't like to be challenged sometimes, especially if they on their light skin shit. Now, I know technically I'm light skinned, but I don't commit light skin behavior. Just so y'all know, I don't commit that light skin behavior. And then, you know, it's just, there are a lot of ways to handle stress. There are a lot of ways to handle trolls and people saying shit that you don't want to hear. You know, and one way you can do it, if you're on YouTube and you're basically a public figure, if you have any level of following and if you have a lot of people watching you, you're a public figure. People are going to treat you like that. So you think it only applies to celebrities. You think it only applies to politicians. You think it only applies to Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Y'all use their names in videos all the time. You know, you think it only applies to Kyrie Irving? You think it only applies to Shaq and you know, LeBron James? You think it only applies to those people? You think it only applies to Oprah and T.I. and all these people? No. You use their names in your videos. You talk about them directly out of your mouth in your videos. And guess what? Because people want to hear about them, they're going to come watch your videos and you're going to gain traction and you're going to gain followers and subscribers. You're going to grow. And guess what? You're going to bring more attention to yourself, not just from loyal followers and supporters, but trolls, people that just don't like the way you look or the way you talk. They're going to come at you. They're going to come at you. And so if HIV, talking about living with HIV, got you to where you're at, guess what? People are going to want to discuss to you about your HIV. When you're in the hospital and you look sick and look tired and all this shit, they're going to ask you if it, or is it okay? Is everything okay? Is your HIV okay? But you're going to get upset about that. Or if you make videos where you're saying shit, you saying silly, dumb shit, or if you're saying shit that completely contradicts what you're talking about now, or you go back on what you said, if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it and people use your words against you that you already put out yourself, and you get upset and you just completely and utterly destroy relationships you've had for years because you too goddamn sensitive, then maybe you're in the wrong fucking place. Because the more you grow, the more that shit's gonna happen. The more you grow, the more that shit's gonna happen. I was a moderator for Hassan Campbell. And when he started getting on his silly shit, guess what? I called him out on it. He got into it with one of the other moderators. One of the moderators went to see him in New York. They hung out. They got real drunk and some silly shit happened in the street on live. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was some weird shit going on during that live stream. And this moderator, I knew him, you know, through YouTube, of course. You know, we had each other's phone numbers. We had conversations on the phone. I had Hassan Campbell's phone number. We had conversations on the phone. I talked to his fucking wife. The same night that him and his moderator was getting into it. And she called me because she had my number through Hassan Campbell. She called me and was telling me about the situation. I said, I don't know what the hell's going on. I wish I was there. I could, blah, blah, blah. Swear to God. And I was trying to stay, neutral. Right? I was trying to stay neutral. But as soon as he started talking about his daughter, that was it. Hassan Campbell went in on this moderator's daughter for no fucking reason. Because he was fucking sensitive. He was sensitive because Derek, or the Derek C. Williams, the moderator, gave his side of the story and basically called him out for being full of shit. And so he attacked his daughter because he was fucking sensitive. You understand what I'm saying? But let him tell it is because the reason he doesn't have millions of subscribers right now is because the FBI, we're agents. I was an agent. Derek C. Williams was an agent. Agents are just coming after him. No, it's because of your own fucking behavior. Sean Killens was good. He said, wow, LOL, I didn't know you was a moderator. Yeah, I was a moderator. Yes, I was a moderator for Hassan Campbell. Yeah. As was Queen's Throne. Yep, I was a moderator for Hassan Campbell. I was a moderator for another cat recently. He was on some silly shit, and so I stopped supporting him. Just because it was like I can't support people that are so full of shit like that. I'm not a character. I'm not heated at all. I'm just finding it very interesting that sensitive people have YouTube channels. It's not, it's like, again, you are basically a public figure. Where I'm at, I'm in South Carolina. What you mean? I'm in South Carolina. It's dark. Yeah, it's 7:16 out here, I just find it interesting because here's the thing you have to understand, man. Hassan Campbell, he goes in on celebrities. He does a lot of celebrity gossip shit. And people have done a lot of videos about him. Really hardcore videos about him, like shitting on him. It comes with the territory. And, he would be really upset about that. And a lot of his focus was on that. When he said his focus was going to be on, because, he was sexually accused as a child by Africa Bambaataa. And so his idea was to bring awareness to the fact that, 1 out of every 3 girls are sexually, abused as children, and 1 out of 4 boys, but boys don't really discuss it. So the whole thing was to bring awareness to that and try to help children get them out of that situation. But at some point, it just became about him reacting to people who were saying shit about him, and then a lot of celebrity gossip. Francis Ngannou just knocked somebody out. That's what's up. But again, then there was Mighty Mouse, right? Minor Mouse. I called him out for being a chimo. He knew where I hung out at because he had intervention and all that stuff with the guns down, gloves up situation. And I really dug that because, you know, I grew up in LA. I know all kind of motherfuckers in gangs. Hell, I got cousins that are shot callers in IF and Crenshaw Mafia, Black P Stone. I know some Rolling 60 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? My cousin I got a cousin who's his Munchie B. You know what I'm saying? I got people from the 20s. I got people from the east side. You know, I know all kind of motherfuckers that are in gangs. I mean, I got him an interview with Babu from A-Trey Gangsta Crip. I got him that interview. So he did the interview with Babu from from A-Trey Gangsta Crip, and I was gonna get him an interview with my B. I was gonna get him an interview with this dude that helped me get in the union. That he was a blood, and all that type of shit. Because I liked the idea, right? So it's really hard to push that type of shit in LA. With LA gangs, that guns down, gloves up shit, very difficult. And in order to even get access to those gangs, you got to get basically a pass. Well, his white ass wasn't getting no pass without somebody like me helping him get it in there. Without somebody like Babu, actually. Because Babu is an OG from A-Trey. And it's bad enough that these young motherfuckers, they don't even really listen to their OGs. Especially in LA gangs. Oh, they don't really respect their OGs like that. Never mind. I'm not going to... Never mind. I almost said too much. The bottom line is... You know, I got him that interview. I found out that he was a chomo, and I called him out on that. And, you know, he had motherfuckers was in my fucking YouTube comment section and chat when I was doing my live streams, threatening me, his little Serrano motherfuckers, because he knew some Serranos from Orange County that basically didn't give a fuck that he was a child blesser. And they were coming into my live streams threatening me. While I was doing I said, all right, bring your ass up here then. Bring your ass up here. Go on ahead with it. Come on up here. I'm carrying my little 70-pound rucksack. I said, hey, bring your ass on up here then. Come on. I'm very vulnerable. I have 70 pounds on my back. 70 pounds on my back, and I'm huffing it up these stairs in these goddamn hills. Go ahead. Come on. Nobody ever showed up. And so with that realization, what you got to worry about? 9 times out of 10, people are going to come at you. They're going to threaten you. They're going to troll you. Yeah, bad back and all, exactly. Bad back. Of course, with the help of that brace. The brace helped really a whole lot. But they're going to come at you, going to threaten you. They're going to give you unsolicited advice. They're going to use your words against you in videos. They're going to make videos about you. So, that's why when people jump bad at me, I tell them, all right, come on through with it. Because that's how I handle it. If I feel like, okay, you wanna jump bad, all right, send me an email. Send me an email and we can link up. Simple as that. But when I don't get the emails, I know they're full of shit. But I always stay frosty. Where is it? Where's my bag? I always stay frosty. Why is it so damn heavy? I wonder why. Look how heavy it is. I always stay frosty. So ain't gonna be no catching me slipping. But the bottom line is, I put myself out there. I put myself out there to be criticized. I put myself out there to be threatened. I put myself out there for people to make videos about me and use my videos and use my words against me, which they haven't done because I don't have the following or I'm not big enough. I'm not big enough for people to make videos about me. But the bottom line is, if they did, oh fucking well. Oh fucking well. And one of these individuals, I mean, they had the support of a very strong team. I'll just say that. And they jumped out the fucking window. But no, it made me think about it. Do YouTube. You can't. You can't. And be on YouTube. I'm display light skin behavior. Shout out to Titan. Made me that term and think about what that really means. Because he told somebody, you acting real light skinned. He said, he told the dude, you being light skinned right now. And the dude got highly upset and offended by that. Because he's actually light skinned. He got all in his feelings about being light skinned. I'm like, man, just don't get it, man. That's it. It's just too damn sensitive. I didn't get offended. I'm light skinned than a motherfucker. I'm only brown 4 or 5 months out the year. The rest of the year, I'm light skinned. Oh well. Light skinned brothers get paid. I mean, yeah, of course. But that's not what he was saying. He basically saying the motherfucker being sensitive. Basically, he's using light skin in place of sensitive. You being sensitive right now. You acting like a bitch. Basically, you acting like a little bitch. That's what he was saying, without saying it, because he didn't want to go out and completely just disrespect the dude. He just said, "You being sensitive right now," basically saying you acting like a bitch. He got all upset in his feelings. And truth be told, the dude was being disrespectful first. So it is what it is, though, man. But I'm just tripping on it, like, especially the young lady with HIV. And you know, I didn't want to use her name and all that shit. It just didn't. It's not. I just thought, like, man, you really can't be. You can't expect people to do what you want them to do when you have a YouTube channel. You can't, like, you're gonna have to turn off your comments. You gotta turn your comments off. You're gonna have to not allow people to say anything in any of your live streamed videos if you're that sensitive about it. And then what that's going to do is, when people feel like they can't voice their opinions or what they feel in your videos, if they don't feel like they have the freedom to say what they want to say, I mean, how far do you think you can go like that, right? Unless you are now, if you built your channel up to where, like, it's no point. Like, if you have millions of subscribers and you have a team of people, you know, at that point, it's like you don't even care about the comments at that point. You know, you have made it to where you have a team that deals with comments and will respond to comments for you, or you'll never ever respond to a comment. But guess what? They had to go through the fire, and they had to go through the trolls, and they had to go through the bullshit before they can get to that point. At least tough it out until you can hire a team to deal with it. Sister Shaquilla says, or there's no interaction. Exactly. You get at least get to a point where you can hire a team to hire a social media team to deal with that type of shit, and all you do is just film your content. Film your content. You have producers. You have a social media person that deals with that shit. You have editors. You ain't got to worry about it. But until then, fucking tough it out. So what if people use your shit? That's good, because, oops, did not mean to do that. It's good that people are using your content to talk about it. It's good that people are using your name, your YouTube name, in their videos, because it might bring some attention to you. But if you don't I'm coming.
Papa, can we have a chocolate-covered ice cream bar?
All right, let me get in. Let me get in and look at the chores.
Try my frozen tangerine.
Your frozen Whoa, 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 whoa. What are y'all doing?
I accidentally opened it.
Oh, y'all close that. Mommy is at, hold on, relax. Mommy is at the dinner with her friend, with her homegirl, for her birthday. It's okay.
Papa, it's okay.
Is it?
You're home.
Yes, I am home.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What is this, Mama?
These are my glasses. What are y'all doing?
We want a chocolate-covered ice cream bar.
Can you, all right, so are the chores done? All right, when I get in that house. Huh? Yes, they're good. Thank you.
No ice cream. I'm guys.
Are you doing a live?
I am doing a live. I don't know why that's funny. My kids ate. My kids can feed themselves now. My kids know how to cook. No, you leave my glasses alone. All right, I'm gonna go in there in a minute, and I'm gonna check the chores, and then I'll let you know. Oh. All right.
Auntie, come on.
What's the door?
It's over.
Oh, Hans, you can go out this way. Come on, come out this way, son. Thank you, baby girl. Frozen tangerine. All right, guys.
Wait, I want a mini one. You got the big one.
Can you imagine a grown-ass man, a grown-ass man threatening my babies? I love you.
I love you too.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Much love, and thank y'all for coming through. If you want to be on YouTube and do a YouTube thing, do not be so goddamn sensitive. All right? You just can't be. You just can't be. All right? Because you're just gonna be upset all goddamn day. You don't need this system. You got life to deal with. You got the world to deal with. YouTube should be an escape. YouTube should be you doing your content, doing what you want to do, having fun. And if people come fuck with you and use your videos, and oh well, you're just gonna have some fun with it. Fuck it. Stop being so fucking sensitive. All right. Much love, guys. I'm gonna get on a live stream tomorrow and talk to you guys about the opt-out party and what the mission is. And I'm goddamn serious about it. You understand what I'm talking about? So anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe. All my beautiful people. And we're gonna keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.